All right, here we go. How is everyone doing today? My name is Brenda. I'm from Alley Pond Environmental Center in Queens. And we are going to talk a lot about mammals today. One specific mammal, but we'll save that for the end. So tell me a little bit about mammals. I'm wondering if everybody knows what a mammal is, some of the characteristics about mammals. Well, let's think. Some mammals have hair, some mammals have fur. But they all have one of those two things. I have hair. Do you have hair? Pull in your hair a little bit. Great. If you have any questions, we'll hold that till the end. We're going to take the last 5 minutes dedicated to your questions. Thank you. And you look at your arm, you have hair there as well. So we are covered in hair. Are we mammals? Yeah, we're mammals. Let's talk about other things that we have in common with the mammals that we find out in the natural animal world. Well, let's see. When you were born, or your brothers or your sisters were born, did your mama go to a hospital and lay an egg? Yeah? No, not at all. This is an egg from a bird. It's an ostrich egg, and an animal will hatch from the egg. You did not hatch. No, not at all. But did you look a little bit more like this when you were born? Oh, little baby. Yes, you did. You look like a live little baby. So mammals have live birth. That's another thing that we have in common, right? So we have live babies that look a lot like mamas and daddies. And the first thing that they drink is the same thing you drink. Yeah, milk. They all start off with milk. So mammals will drink milk from their mama. That's something that we also have in common. Why? Because we are indeed mammals. That's right. Now, when they're born, the kids are helpless. So they can't do much. Mama's going to help them out all the time with everything. She's going to go out and get their food for them. Then they're going to start opening their eyes, following her around. They're wonderful little creatures that learn straight from their mamas. They live in the forests and the meadows. And mammals basically will cover the earth. It's going to depend on what mammal we're talking about. This particular mammal lives in the forest. Yeah, this is a rabbit. That's the rabbit that we're going to look at today. This is Angel. Angel, as you can see, is covered in fur. It's very thick. Why is fur so important to these animals? What do they use it for? Well, that's right. Camouflage. A lot of animals out there, the mammals have fur. They use it for camouflage. They use it to help keep them warm. That's right. Keep them warm. Yeah. And out in the wild, if you saw an animal like this, I'd be very surprised. Most of the mammals and the rabbits that you find are going to be out in the wild camouflaging. So they're not going to be white. If they were white, like this rabbit, they'd be very easy to spot, which is not good, right? No, that would be an easy target for their predators. But they're going to be browns and grays, some blacks, but they're not going to be white. This is Angel. Angel is a very special rabbit here at APAC. She is an albino rabbit. Yeah. Albino means that their body is not capable of making color. So that's why she's all white. Yes. The other thing you can look at with Angel are her eyes. Can you see? They look like they're red. Actually, they're glass. They're very clear like glass. And you can see through and see the blood vessels that are in the back of her eyes. And that's why they look red. Yeah. So she is a very sweet little rabbit that we have. She is also special because she is a dwarf rabbit. A dwarf rabbit is an animal that is born small, and she's going to stay small. She's going to stay this size for the rest of her life. Yeah. If you look at Angel, she's got eyes on both sides of her head. One there and one on the other side. That helps her see extremely well. She can see all around her body. So if there's any predators or any other danger nearby, she's going to spot it. The only place that she's not going to be able to see is right back here at her tail. She's going to have a little blind spot right there. Yeah. If you take a look at her ears, they're rather large. They help her hear very well. If you can see, they're shaped like the letter C. They're cupped. So let's take our hands and we'll cup our hands like this. Make a letter C. Put them in back of your ear and push it forward. It's called cupping your ears. Now, do me a favor. Say your name. Everyone say your name. Brenda. Wow. Yeah. Did you hear it? You heard it really well. But if you take your hand away and set it again, Brenda. You can hear better when your ears are cupped like that. Yeah, that's a wonderful experiment. If you look at her face, you can see all the whiskers on her face. Wow. What do you think she needs those whiskers for? Well, I'll tell you. Where does she live? Does she live in a tree house up in the tree where she'll get plenty of sun? No. She lives underground, which is called a burrow. And inside that burrow, she can't flick on any lights. There's no lights down there. So what she has to do is use her whiskers to go all around the burrow and feel her way around. Yeah, so if she needs to go visit her friend over here, she's going to feel her way around so she can turn right and go in that direction. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. If you take a look at her back paws are a lot bigger than her front paws, which are tiny. Her front paws she uses for digging. She digs her homes. She digs for food that's underground. What kind of food might that be? Any guesses? Carrots. Yeah, she likes carrots. Yes, she likes lettuce and cabbage. So many things that she's got to dig up underground. But she mostly will dig her home with those feet. Her big back paws are the ones that she hops with. She can hop pretty far. And if she's being chased by a predator, she's going to hop in a zigzag direction. So take your finger and let's make the letter Z. Yeah, just like that. That's a zigzag. And she'll zigzag from here to there, just so she can get her predators off her back. And that's how she gets around outside. That's great. She likes to eat her fruits and vegetables, which makes her an herbivore. Yes. And she also she's just so tiny, right? Let's take a look at another rabbit. I want to show you one that we might be able to find outside in the natural wild. I'm going to show you a brown rabbit, one that's more likely to be found outside. Oh, here she is. Hi, this is Buttercup. Hi, Buttercup. Buttercup has all this hair around her face. She's a lion-haired rabbit. Yeah, and that's how she got the name, because of all that fluffy hair that looks like a lion's mane. Yeah, now she's not native to North America or in the eastern seaboard here. We would never find a lion-haired rabbit out in the Alley Pond Park, that's for sure. But she also is an herbivore, that she's going to eat all the same things that we saw Angel. Take a look at her big eyes. Her eyes are so large. Her nose is twitching because she is trying to smell. She smells all the time. Even when she's eating, when she's sleeping, she's always smelling for those predators that are nearby, just so she can keep herself safe. Yeah. All right. We're going to take some questions. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, how old is Angel? Angel is a very young rabbit, but to be honest, Angel we've had for 2 years. Well, I don't know how old she was when we got her. Unfortunately, when we adopted her, we weren't told how old she was. But I can tell you that we've had her for 2 years. It's been 2 years of fun. Yeah. Oh, do they shed? Oh, that's a great question, Anna. And I bet you're probably asking because you see all of this hair floating everywhere. Yes, oh, they shed so much. They shed because that fur is so thick, and when it's hot outside like it is today, they release all of that fur to make them a little bit cooler. After all, would you go outside today with your winter coat on? No, probably not. You'll just wear a little t-shirt that's very light and easy to keep yourself cool. You heard bunnies eat beans sometimes. They love green beans. Yes, they do eat beans. What a great question. I remember Peter Rabbit was a big fan of green beans. Yes. Any other questions that we have here?
What type of rabbits are native to this area?
Oh, what type of rabbits are native? We've got eastern cottontails everywhere. Yeah, you can easily identify them with their little tiny white tails. They're very fun and common in your backyard in Alley Pond Park. So if you do get down here to Queens, take a walk in our park, you'll see plenty of rabbits. Yes. Ooh, your pet bunny thumps his back feet when he hears danger. Yes, that's exactly what they do. Sometimes if we let them all out and run around for their exercise and we go to pick them up, they don't even want to be picked up, so they'll thump their back legs. And that's an indication that we're just going to let them play a little bit more. That's a good one. Also, what they do if they're happy is they will pop. They will just boop, jump all the way up while they're running. And that makes them so happy, and that's why they're doing that. Another sign of happiness is if they just lay down on the ground and they sprawl themselves out. Just the same way you would do on the beach if you were sunning yourself. That makes them happy.
How old do they live?
Oh, Anna asks, how old do they live? That's a good question. In captivity, as your domestic pet, they can live up to 8 years. Yeah, and outside it's going to be a little bit shorter than that because they do have a lot of danger out there, a lot of predators that are looking for them. Who is their predator? That's a good question. Fox. Fox is a strong predator. That's why one of the reasons that they stay active in the wintertime is so they can stay away from the fox because the fox is always active, right? Do they get along with puppies? Well, I have never had a dog with a puppy before, but I have a feeling they might work out pretty well. I wouldn't be too surprised if they got along. Of course, they might not either. It's going to be about their temperament. Which animal likes which animal? I will tell you that our bunnies love to be with our guinea pigs when we exercise them together. They like to take care of each other. Yeah. Good luck with that. All right, friends. Well, it was really nice to see you today. We're going to be back in 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed our Animals Alive presentation. And don't forget, hope you can come visit us when we open again. Thank you. Oh, somebody also added that their bunny loves their dog. So there you go, Ryan. I hope that helps. Bye-bye.